everybody. My name's Christa,
I'm Kevin.
and we are the husband and wife team behind LCRC Raceway. Welcome to Hump Day Happy Hour. This is our every Wednesday live broadcast where we hang out with our friends, our customers that have turned into LCRC family. Welcome to Hump Day.
Welcome to Hump Day. I feel like it's been longer than a week since we spoke last. But
I do feel that way too.
I was just trying to think about everything that we've done in the last 7 days, and holy cow.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know, not this weekend, but next weekend is the Flashpoint season opener. So things are hot and heavy going on around here to get ready for that. Luckily, we have extra hands on deck these days. Our buddy Johnny is here. Of course, Dad, a.k.a. Bob, is on site as always. And we're getting stuff done. Adeline's been putting in the work, too.
Yeah, the track building A-team shows up tomorrow, so Cody and Dale coming over. We we started a little bit of the build, not really the build. I guess we started prepping how many days ago before it rained and rained and rained and rained.
And rained and rained and rained. Okay, well, we're going to get into that. First, we're going to talk about personal stuff and say hello to our friends in our comments. So, hi to my friend Alex Schultz. There's Shane and Michelle. Thanks for hanging out. Hi to Shane and Tim and Jody and Rob. And there's Mike. There's Dave Taylor and Brock. Hey, guys. Thank you guys all for hanging out. So glad to see you guys all. I'm excited to see you all soon. Personal life stuff.
I poured a 23-foot long, 3-foot high concrete retaining wall.
It's true. I saw it.
Yeah. With the help of my friend Dale, and of course Bob helped me put the forms up, and Johnny helped me take the forms off.
So if you guys remember our Oak Island debacle where we found the money pit, everybody, that is directly behind our 1870s brick farmhouse that we are working so hard to restore, and directly behind it, where there was a little concrete patio, we found a Oak Island money pit. AKA
didn't have any money in it.
It did not have any money in it. What do you call that? A stern? No. Cistern. I wanted to call it a stern for some reason. So, but it was a cistern, and it was like a 10 by 10 by 10. Long story short, that whole space that is directly behind the farmhouse and beside the kitchen is now going to be a patio space. So we had to build a concrete retaining wall in order to keep the bank back from that area. It's really nice to live on a hill until you want to have a flat space. So we were making a flat space and
or keep the water off of you.
And keep the water. The worst part about what was previously there is all the water went right into that space that was directly behind the house. And then there was like a short little wall, and it wasn't even a wall. Like Dale was not happy about it because he said it was like purposely built to fail.
Yeah. No, it was like a 18-inch concrete wall that I don't know. It wasn't done right.
Yeah, just wasn't. It wasn't right. So anyway, then Dale Steidinger talked Kevin into letting him help. And they built a wall. So they poured concrete on that on Tuesday.
Yeah, yesterday morning.
So how'd that go?
It was great. Well, no, it really wasn't great. Because it started out, the concrete truck came, and they sent us the B-team driver this time, which I had
We've had to deal with her before.
Yeah, from barn concrete projects and whatever. But anyway, not her fault, but pulling up the new driveway, the concrete truck, I'm not exaggerating, they were almost 12-inch deep ruts going up the new driveway. And those of you who know me know I get a little freaky about my stones getting messed up. But
we all know that.
I handled it well. Anyway, so got the concrete truck in, and it was going well. until like the last wheelbarrow load worth of concrete coming out of the chute, and she thought she was turning the drum to mix it back up while we were leveling and trialing, and she had the drum going the wrong way and
kept it coming.
Shot 2 full wheelbarrow loads out in like an instant and flooded the wall and dumped it all over the footer. I mean, I made a mess. But anyway,
it did work out.
It all worked out. It was no big deal. And, you know,
James is right. He says nothing is great about concrete work.
No. No. Yeah, for sure. But I will tell you, the concrete work was a nice breather from the gel knee pads, sawdust, and 1870s paint removal on the flooring that Christa has been doing.
Yeah, so Johnny and I have really been focused in on the grand staircase. My favorite thing about the house is that there are 2 staircases. There is a grand staircase at the front door and a servant's entrance in the back that's off of the dining room. And that grand staircase has been one of those things I fell in love with about the property from the very beginning. So we have been working tirelessly. I really want it to be nice. You know, I don't want it to be nice. I want it to be nice. You know what I mean? So working on that pretty hard. I'm to the place where we have it all sanded. But then we decided to start pulling all of the paint off of the woodwork that's closest to the wall. So it's not just what would you call that board that we...
Like the actual floorboards?
No, the board that's going up next to the staircase.
It's like the trim. It's a baseboard.
Okay, it's a real thick, like a 12-inch tall baseboard that goes up along the stairway on the way up. So we've been scraping the paint off of that. So super fun.
Yeah, and it's like how many layers of paint and the...
It's rough.
It's not just shellacked, but then it was polyed over the shellac. So you're...
Yeah, but we're almost there. We have, Johnny and I are down to a spot about this big that we have to remove, and then we're done. I did start staining some stair treads, which look gorgeous. So I'm trying to get some of those things done so that, because it takes like 7 to 10 days for some of that stuff to cure. So I would like to put some down while we're busy with this other thing that we do for a living, which is racing. So since that's coming up, we have been doing that. Any more Oak Island discoveries? I really wish we would have actually found the money pit. So far, all we're doing is making a money pit.
So I think we told you guys, but I don't remember if we talked about finding the secret trapdoor in the kitchen closet.
I'm not sure if we told them or not. That was fun.
Yeah.
There's a little closet right inside the kitchen, and it was the only area of the kitchen that we hadn't removed the laminate and the what's that board called that goes under the laminate? The Lawan. So when we finally got around to removing the 3 layers of Lawan and laminate, we found a trapdoor under there. So that was kind of fun. Yeah. No, it's not a secret anymore. Now it's not the Oak Island secret. We've let it out.
Henry, text me the part number you want, and I'll see if I can find one.
Happy Easter to Chad.
I might have a few in my stash.
I see Dog Days is also shamelessly plugging their series. Okay, so that's kind of what's going on around the farm. Oh, I one more personal thing on my account. Went on my first horseback ride. It wasn't actually my first horseback ride of the year, but my first horseback ride on my horses of the year with Adeline. So we had a really wonderful little ride earlier this week when the weather was good. Just a short little jaunt around, but it was really fun. Adeline is so much more confident on the horses now, and so it's really fun to watch her riding, and all she wants to do is trot and run and go. So that's kind of fun too. And I was riding our mare, who her name is Belle, and she's fat. She's Kevin's.
Hey.
She's Kevin's horse, and she is fat.
She's not fat.
She's fat.
She's
no. If you saw her, you'd think she's pregnant, and she does not have twins. She is just fat. She is fat and she is a little lazy and she is slow. So we have to, basically what happens for the entire ride, she will like mosey up. Every time we take like a couple steps, we're like off like a herd of turtles here. Like she is not in any kind of hurry to do anything. So then she'll walk real slow. Adeline will get like super ahead of me, and then I have to trot to catch up to her. And then Adeline's jealous because she wants to trot. So then she trots ahead. So then I have to trot again to catch up with Adeline, who's trotting again. So anyway, it's kind of funny. So no, she is not big bone.
It's not. No.
Yeah, she's. No. Oh man. And I wish, if she had that badonkadonk, it wouldn't be so bad. But it's.
She's not as fat as she was fat. She's not fat anymore. Come on.
She's still.
Maybe fat shit out of shape, but.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get her in shape this year. Let me just tell you what. But on the horse front, I am so excited. I know I've talked about this on here before, but I've always really wanted to go on a Easter morning horseback ride. They do this special thing here where they have a sunrise service up at the altar, which that's called Mount Pisgah. Is that right?
Yeah, I can't confirm nor
deny.
Shane
Yoder probably will know. Shane, up on 235, is that called Mount Pisgah? I believe it is. But anyway, there's a place called the Altar that overlooks everything. Hi, Brady. And on the... I wonder if they can hear Max snorting below us. But it overlooks the entire town, and it's really beautiful. And there's this altar built there, and they do a sunrise service there on Easter morning. It's at 6:30. And some friends of ours take horses and ride from the bottom of the mountain up to it. That we will need to be there. Pisgah, I think I said it right. Is that the right way to say it, Shane? Yeah, Mount Pisgah. But we will take horses from the bottom. We have to be there by 4:30. So, like, I'm going to be loading up sometime between 3:45 and 4 o'clock. And
AM, people.
Yeah,
AM.
and headed to the bottom of the mountain. Then you follow the sparks of the shoes hitting the rocks in front of you, and that's how you get up the mountain. So it's just a really special experience. We've been invited several times to do it, but this is the first time I've been able to go. So I am so excited. I just really can't stop thinking about it. So yeah.
Horse Zempic. That's funny.
Do they have a Peloton? First of all, you spelled Peloton very wrong. I mean, I don't like to be that type of Karen, but that is definitely not Peloton. But do they have a Peloton program for horses? We need to get Belle on a Peloton program.
This is called riding. Just ride.
Shane, you're absolutely incorrect. The trails are 100% better on a horse. You would have to try it before you can say. And also, I haven't tried it on a dirt bike, so we're just gonna have to fight. But
I gotta say, I would way rather be on a mountain trail on a horse than a dirt bike.
Shane said the trails that are up by the altar are better on a dirt bike than on a horse.
Yeah.
And
I've never experienced those. We talked about it. Not recently.
No, but
when
there
that
was
first
a time.
opened,
Yeah.
And it's literally 15, 20 minutes from here, and we never.
These people probably won't understand, but generally we're really busy in the summer, so we don't usually add any extra hobbies during summer. So that's a thing.
When was the last time?
Can you mountain bike on the trails? Yes, absolutely.
When was the last time we rode 4-wheeler for fun?
I have no idea. Hey, real quick question. Do you have something that we're going to dish the dirt on today?
Well, I thought we'd let them decide.
God, I hate when you do that.
No.
Give me anxiety.
I thought about a few things, but, we'll see what kind of mood we're in when we get there.
Okay. Should we move along then? Or you have other things to talk about?
I feel like we've done so much. The floors, the concrete, the... I feel like there was something else big we were doing, but
tiling, honey. You put, yeah. Well, yeah. Okay, do you want to tell them about tiling?
No. So, wow. This is going to be a long story, not real short. So, a long time ago, Christa goes tile shopping. We struggled. We shopped how many different places? You couldn't. If you found one we liked and they didn't have enough, or it was too expensive, or something. There was always some big reason why we couldn't get that tile.
Tile is very expensive. Let me just tell you.
So anyway, we end up at a Home Depot down in Carlisle or Mechanicsburg.
Carlisle.
And hey, they have the tile we want.
They did.
But they don't have enough. Computer said they had enough, but they physically didn't have enough.
Nope.
So anyway, the nice lady there said, well, hey, let's get you signed up for this Home Depot Pro account and we'll just ship it to you.
Let me just tell you, though, like, you know, in that moment when you're shopping and you have a list and you already looked online and you know that they have it in stock, and then you walk up and you can't find it. So then you're forced to talk to the person, but you've already done your due diligence. You know what you want. And then the person comes over and not only are they like, oh, hi, I want to talk to you, really long story, when you're like kind of trying to get crap done. But then they say, why don't you come over to my desk? And I am like, kiss of death. We should have known right then. When they ask you to come over to the desk, it's like, no, gotta go. See you, bye. Because you know it's going to drag out. So then we went over and we sat at her desk. Oh, there's some people already over here ordering carpet, because a lot of people do that.
That's a long story. I'm rubbing off on you.
I thought it was entertaining, but go ahead. Why don't you tell your story, Kevin? Clearly only one person can tell a story around here.
So after we dealt with the annoying lady, got the tile ordered, whatever.
No, so the whole point of the story you were missing is that, so then she says, hey, I know we have some in stock, but don't worry. For $70, we can ship all of it to you. Well, I'm like, if we're paying $70 to get them to ship it to us, you know it's coming on the Home Depot truck, right? So, like, you're going to have the Home Depot people come and load it, which we had just went through because we got a washer and dryer and some other stuff. And so we were like, those people are great to work with. Yes, we'll do that. We'll pay the $70 to have the Home Depot people come back. They're very nice. Paid the money, and then guess what? The tile shows up from UPS. And it's all broken.
Not every sheet.
There was like 11 boxes that we had ordered, and there were, out of everything, we were able to get 2 cases that were decent. So we kept 2 cases. I took the rest of it back. They took it to a different store, found a really nice, the people at Mechanicsburg are wonderful to deal with. Go there. So then we go to Mechanicsburg and get the tile, and we get home, and Kevin installs it, and he's doing a great job. It looks beautiful.
And next morning I go to wipe it down and realize that you can tell exactly where the original 2 cases were laid and not together because it's a different shade.
Slightly different.
White.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, luckily one of the runs of the one case are basically going to be under the tub, so you know.
It'll be fine. It all actually looks fine in the end, but when we first did it, it like stood out like a so blaringly. I mean, before we had actually done the grout, it all looked the same. You couldn't tell any difference. And as soon as we grouted it, it just looked so different. It was awful. But really, in the end, it's not so bad. Yeah, it was different dye lots. You're exactly right, Mike. And
should have known better.
Yeah. Super fun.
Should have just returned it all and got all.
We should have, and I was just trying to like really dig through, and you know, like I should have just returned the entire thing and started over, but we made a mistake. So now, if you're going to tile, there's the mistake you shouldn't make.
Yeah, one of.
Yeah.
So then I turned around and put these little tiny black penny tile sheets in the shower floor.
They look really nice.
And if you've ever tiled and want to up your game or up your stress level, just try tiling a shower. You have to make sure it's waterproof, and and by the way, make sure it slopes to the drain and the whole bit. Which, I did I'm gonna give myself like an 82% on that job. it looks nice. Like after it was all cleaned up, it looks nice. There's a little bump or two in the road, and the drain is pretty good. But I feel like I'm confident on it's waterproof and the whole bit.
Yeah, no, it looks great. I'm excited. We just have the subway tile to put in around, and then the bathroom is like really done. I mean, we have a couple more things to do, but it's really close to
it needs baseboard trim.
Anyway, let's not go into all that. Okay, so one more thing before we move along, which Ryan Martin says, what's the happy hour drink of choice tonight? This should be a topic discussion each week. Mine tonight's a very big cup of Jim Beam Black Label and root beer. Okay, that's cool. You know, I had an idea, though, of a new segment. I was thinking that each hump day we should have, like, this week's, like, cocktail, and we should try different cocktails every single week. I was like going to go maybe get like little bottles of things and then the mixers, and like this week could be a pineapple, mango, watershed thing. I don't know. I just made up a name.
You do know I'm a creature of habit, right?
I know, that's why it would be fun. Because the only way, like, you have to drink the drink that we try, and we can like make it live on the show. And then you have to drink it, and whether you like it or not, like that's the only drink you get. Yeah, it'd be kind of fun. What do you guys think? Can you vote in the comments and let me know if we should have
Way
that
to go,
be
Barnes. Way to go.
part
Thanks,
of
buddy.
our future segments where we have a cocktail of the night? That'd be kind of fun.
Maybe that'll be a special one on Race Week Wednesdays.
Maybe I'll decide. So let me know in the comments, and you could help me decide whether we're going to do that or not. Okay. Do it. Okay. Done. One vote. We're in. It's over.
Who said do it? Oh,
Alex.
well, of course Alex said do it.
Do it. Oh, we got 2 votes. Yes. I'm winning. Oh, I have a Boston bartender book of cocktails. That sounds great. Yeah, I think that would be fun. And I'm thinking, like, we come up with different recipes. We could share it ahead of time. So if anybody else wanted to, like, get and try it with us. And then we could have it be a thing. Like, okay, guys, what do we think of this one? You know, rate it 1 out of 10. And then, you know, it'd be kind of fun.
Okay.
Like something where we could do mini bottles so that we're trying different stuff, and we'll just get like let's say if we get like 5 different mixers or something, so that we're using the same stuff all the time, and then maybe just different bottles of stuff that we're. Anyway, okay, we're going to develop it, but look at all these votes. We have lots of yeses, so.
Oh dear.
Sounds like torture to Kevin. Another vote for yes. Okay, guess what time it is?
With friends like you guys, who needs enemies?
It's time to talk about upcoming events. Guess what, guys? We are going racing for the first time in 2012. I lost my mouse. We are going to be racing here for the Flashpoint season opener. It is April 24th through the 27th, 2025. We are racing not this weekend, but next weekend. The track is underway. We are going to, each class is $50. Credit card, that's for cash. Credit card will be $60. Kids 10 and under are going to be $10 as always. Thursday, we're going to do practice on the track from noon to 8. And the hobby shop will be open 11 to 5 on Thursday. So that's a great time to come sign up and shop and hang out. Usually Thursdays aren't quite that busy. So that's a really good time to check out what we have in the store, and kind of, if you want something, Thursday's a good day to get it, because then I always hear people that are like, I saw it on Thursday and then it sold out.
And on that note, I will tell you, some of this is my fault for not like being super on top of ordering stuff back when it was available, and some of it is just the industry is just, the stuff's not available. Mm-hmm. You know, we don't have a ton of some things. Like, I know there's a couple of the popular servos that we're out of or short on. I don't have a wide selection of nitro engines right now. I don't know what else off the top of my head, but I know there's a handful of things. Like, and somehow we ran out of power supplies, and we had and they're just gone.
But
luckily,
you've ordered or?
Well, I had already reordered, but I only ordered 1 box. I should have ordered 2 boxes.
So what you're getting at is, and here's what it is. I know what happens. It's been selling online because we're so grateful for all of our customers that use us throughout the year, not just when they're here racing with us, but the rest of the time. And the stuff sells in the off season. We don't always stay as on top of it in the off season as we do during race season. So what he's getting at is, if you need something, don't count on us having it ahead of time. Double check on the website. Just remember, all that inventory is live. If it says sold out and you're still wondering if we have it or if we can get it in time, just send us a message. I'm going to go over a couple things on the website here in a few minutes, and I will show you how to contact us on the website, and also some things about how to place an order for pickup if you're coming racing with us. So we'll go over that in a little bit. Friday, we are going to do practice again from noon to 7. Spoiler alert. Sometimes we will open practice earlier than the advertised time. So Thursday and Friday, if you want to get all your practice time, come a little early.
Yeah, Thursday, it's maybe not 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, but it's usually 10 or 11. Usually.
Yeah, it all depends on the weather, on if there was any kind of emergency or situation, but it usually does open earlier.
And then Friday, what's the track? Track says noon to 7.
Yeah.
Friday, it's almost always up and running by 9.
Yeah.
But again, we put the noon disclaimer in there just so that if we do have some issue or we got to tear something apart and work on something, I have that buffer built in to, give us grace to
weather and other things.
Because we really like to do what we say and say what we do.
Yeah. The hobby shop is going to be open from 9 till 6. We do close down at 6 with the hobby shop to give the staff a little bit of time, a.k.a. me and Kendall, before our social, because our LCRC social begins at 7 on Friday. We hope that all of you will attend. We will do our first cornhole tournament of the year. This is a great way to meet new people. It's only $5 per person, $10 per team to participate in that. We do pay out to the top 3. So you have a chance to win a little bit of money. We have food trucks coming. We have 2 that will be here on that Friday. The one is Dwayne Hart, which makes wonderful smoked meat and lots of other food options. I think he deep fries as well. I don't have a menu for that, but I've heard that there's nothing that he makes that is not delicious. And we also have Olivia's Fresh Cut Fries coming. Uncle Harry will be here throughout the day, so you can still get your Harry burger, and so the food will be wonderful. Saturday, we will get sign-up open from 7 to 8. Latecomers practice is 6:30 to 8. If I can just please ask you, please come in and sign up before 8 o'clock. It helps you to get on the heat sheet, and it helps everything go a little bit easier with them setting those things up. I hate it when I have to send a bunch of racers or a bunch of notes up to the booth and distract them when they're trying to set up the racing. We like to start on time. We like to get everything off and rolling as quickly as possible. So if you could sign up by 8 o'clock, if you want to be my new enemy, be here on Thursday and Friday all day and don't sign up until after 8 o'clock on Saturday, and you will enter my enemy list.
Not a fun place to be.
No, if you've been here for 2 days and you didn't sign up until after sign up was closed, you make me very, very grumpy. Yeah. So anyway, just sign up on time. That makes me really happy, especially the first race of the year, so that we can get all of the little things out of the way.
Yeah, Alex, wait till Saturday morning about 7:30, 8 o'clock. It's fun.
Yeah, that's our favorite time. And then Sunday, as you guys all know, we will... Somebody's got the zoomies.
Yeah, as the dog Max
Excuse
rips
us.
the internet away from the computer.
Sorry, Max was very excited. He's got the zoomies. Okay, I think we missed a question.
Oh, you missed Pages, I think.
Okay, well, you can talk while I catch up on it.
So, back to I think where we left off on the opener. We'll get things going Saturday morning when we start the drivers' meeting. As soon as the drivers' meeting's over, 10 scale, you're going off right away. So, as always, we tell 10 scale drivers to, make sure they bring them to the driver's meeting with them ready to go.
Oh,
so.
Okay. I have a couple questions. First of all, Nick asked what the go-to tire was. Reflex is always a go-to tire here, green or blue. Most likely it'll all be green for the majority of the opener. Dominic says, is intermediate nitro a thing at the races now? I've seen it on the flyers. Yes, it is. Did you miss our announcement? Yes, we have added intermediate nitro buggy to all of our events this year. So,
to be honest with you, it basically boils down to two things that make that happen for the season, and that's Mugen Challenge and the Point Series, because a couple guys got kind of screwed a little bit last year because the Point Series didn't count for Mugen Challenge for intermediate.
Right.
So, in order to, there are a few other races in Mugen Challenge where I feel we should have intermediate nitro buggy. Not all of them, but a few. But we want to do the Point Series. So, yeah, we're having intermediate buggy at intermediate nitro and electric at every race.
Yeah, and honestly, the intermediate classes are a growing class for us. We really want to encourage the newcomers in racing here at LCRC. Novice class became difficult because they weren't quite ready to go all the way to, to jump up into nitro buggy or electric buggy, but they needed a stepping stone, and that's where we did intermediate. Now, I will say, I really look at those intermediate classes as that stepping stone. There is a certain point where you need to bounce out of that class. That is not somewhere anyone should live. If you get to a certain speed, it is time to move up from there. And same thing with novice. Our novice class guys and gals, there's going to be places where we are going to push you to the next level, and that is for your own good. When you're racing against better people, you get better. And that's what we have seen happen in our novice classes. Novice used to be really novice, and now it's really competitive, and that's because everyone got better. And when everybody gets better, everyone gets better.
So, I completely agree. The race director and I are going to get together, and we're going to come up with a definitive, this is the deal. If you're qualifying round laps and time, and it's going to work for novice and for intermediate. If your novice time, say you're driving an e-truggy, and your novice time is good enough to put you in the B main of e-truck,
time to move up.
You don't belong a novice anymore.
Yep.
For e-buggy and nitro buggy, it's a little different because there's an intermediate class. So
sure.
I'm gonna say if you run intermediate nitro buggy and your qualifying time is good enough to put you, say, BQ or bottom of the A in an expert, no, you're going to move up for the next round.
Yeah.
We don't quote me on what the cutoff is, but we got to come up with something.
And we've discussed this. If you guys have ideas on this, we'd love to hear from you. But we do need a way to police it, but I also want it to be a way that you know what to expect. So I want it to be that you know that, hey, by the way, when I can make it in the A, I'm not going to be allowed to stay in this class.
Yeah, well, I just don't, and I don't want to say it's all sandbagging, because sometimes
they're just naturally getting better.
Well, and the guy doesn't know. He's like, I don't feel like I'm that good.
It's
so
also
he signs
hard.
up for intermediate, but yet he qualifies. The dude's good.
Yeah.
Well, buddy,
it's also hard because we have point series now. So we're going to boot them out when they are going for the series championship. So I mean, these are some real serious conversations that we need to have in discussions.
So again, we'll have to, at the opener, what we decide doesn't matter, because if you get booted out of it in the middle of the opener, you're going to get points for the expert class from the opener.
Yeah.
Right. So then I guess we have to also decide,
how does that work?
Yeah. Does this follow through to mid-season, and then we give them a little grace for the last couple races because of the points? I don't know. It's a slippery slope.
Okay, so there are some ideas. Top 3 in the lower class gets to bump to the next class. The dog days 92% of TQ pace is a good rule. Kevin for president, these team terms are perfect. I like it. A percentage for TQ. Sheen says make it one class, then draw a random number at the end of qualifying, splitting the class in two, and then Sheen, I get what you're saying. So what Sheen is getting at is that there's just one electric buggy class, and then at the end, you figure out their times, and then part of it is the expert, then the next part's intermediate, and then the last part is novice or whatever. In theory, that works, but I will tell you, Shane, I have found that if people can get into a class that they feel like is their skill level from the beginning, if they can sign into that class, they are more likely to attend these events. Our number one goal over all these years has been to eliminate barriers for people coming racing RC. And one of those barriers is they're scared that they might be stacked against somebody that they don't feel that they're cut out to be racing against. I have had people say they are not coming to the Mugen Challenge or another race because they don't want to be racing against Adam Drake or Ryan Mayfield or whatever. So I get what you're saying. I've always agreed with that, but I don't think that is the going rule for people who don't feel cut out for that.
Yeah, for sure. Like just the lingo sometimes, like, because we only had expert nitro buggy. Mm-hmm. It didn't say nitro buggy. Maybe sometimes it did, but the fact that we only have one nitro buggy class, well, I'm new. I can't, and it freaks people out. Yeah. First of all, the percent sign and all of that jazz and crazy talk, you guys can just stop. There is no time in the middle of the day, during the day, and you guys can tell me that the software is smart enough to tell us and whatever, but I'm telling you, it has to be a definitive deal. Like, we'll walk down and look at the hard copy sheets, and if you're, 9 and a 504 is good enough to put you at the bottom of the A sort, you're moving. Like this whole percentage thing, because then mom's going to come over and be like, well, when I figured out the percentage, it shows this. And nope. It's got to be hard copy, definitive line.
I like the idea. What he was getting to at the end of that was transferring the points. So if they get bumped, they get to take some points with them or something, so that it's not, Jason says it's extremely hard to get clean laps in open qualifiers. Yeah, it's totally true. Yes, the software is smart enough to tell you. Of course it is.
Yeah. The software is way smarter than I think.
How did we end up dishing the dirt during the upcoming events?
What dirt are we dishing?
This feels like we're dishing the dirt.
Barnes, when was the last time you ran live time software?
Anyway, anything else about the season opener that you want to discuss? I mean, I just don't want to keep talking about something that we've not made hard decisions or rules about.
So, season opener, before anyone asks, no, there's no 8 scale 8 model Friday night. We don't even have a track there yet, but we are working on it. Unfortunately, the turn 2 guys that maybe thought they were going to get a little more elbow room have actually gotten a muddy backyard now, so things got a little tighter before they're going to get a little better, but I promise the end result will be amazing, so bear with us.
So the question that Shane Yoder asked, that someone said is a great question. Will intermediate nitro buggy A mains be as long as the expert nitro buggy A mains?
No, they will not. They are generally close to the same. Like let's take Mugen Challenge.
Depends on how many entries we have.
It depends on how many entries, and it also depends on the time of day, like the weather and what time we start. So if the expert class is running 30 minutes, the intermediate class will run 20 or 25.
Okay.
Close to the same. Not exactly the same.
Yeah.
Actually, Mr. Yoder, can you enlighten me as to why you're inquiring about intermediate nitro buggy rules? I mean, just curious.
Alex Schultz says, if 2 of your 3 quals is equal or better than person 10 of the expert's best qual, then they bump. Done. I actually love that. So if 2 of your 3 qualifiers has a lap time that it is equal or better than the 10th person in the A main resort, we'll say, then you bump. I like that. That's exactly what I would like to see happen, because that's also on a per event basis. But like, if you're making the A main, you should be in the next one. I totally agree with that. Okay, so we'll keep working on that, but that's a great idea. Shane says he just can't wait till next Thursday. Yeah, we can't wait to have you here. Because he needs to be there to pit me. Oh, Taylor says that Shane Yoder needs to know because he needs to know to pit Taylor. We'll see. Okay, so anything else on our upcoming event before we move on to Hot in the Hobby Shop, which I'm going to start out with? Anything else for the...
No, we better move along, or we're going to run out of time.
I know, you're a talker. Okay, here we go. Let's talk about what is hot in the hobby shop. Today, I'm going to kick things off by taking you to a website called LCRCRaceway.com and tell you guys about our new reward system. So there's a new reward system that we've just launched, which I'm going to show you on the website. But first, I want to tell you, if you guys know, LCRC does a loyalty program. It's 1 point per dollar that you spend here with us. And that money gets to be used just like cash off of your future orders. It's just like Kohl's Cash, but it's better because you don't have to use it in a certain amount of time that it doesn't expire. But recently, all of a sudden, our button in store was not working. And I couldn't apply people's points to their order as they were checking out. Upon further review, I found that the software that we were using to issue loyalty went up in price, and what we had been paying, I want to say about $12 a month to be able to utilize, had gone up to $59, but that excluded all of the options that you guys were used to. You could no longer use it in store. You could only use it online. It didn't.
On Fridays afternoon.
It was kind of ridiculous, the limitations. And if I wanted to get back all the options that I had previously had, you will not believe what it would cost. Per month, it was $2,300 to get that loyalty program, because I had to upgrade the store to the ultimate level and then upgrade that loyalty system to the ultimate level just to get back what you guys were used to. So needless to say, I killed that loyalty program as quickly as possible. And so you probably are wondering, oh no, she killed the loyalty program. What happens now? Well, I launched a new loyalty program. Okay, now panic for a moment about what happened to my loyalty points. I've been saving those up. Don't worry. You still have them. I was able to transfer them over. It took a little finagling, but I got the new program to hold all of your loyalty points. So anything that you had will automatically be on the new loyalty program. So I want to show you how to use it over on the website. So loyalty is very easy to access. All you're going to do is go to your account. So just like you're checking out, you're going to log in. I've already logged in here to my account. And then down here on the right-hand corner, it says rewards. If you click on that, this is going to be where you can look at your rewards right on the website. So earn points, that's just going to be, obviously it's going to automatically give you points for every dollar you spend every time you order in store. To redeem your points, that's going to give you, you can either use 100 of your points to get a free LCRC sticker sheet, or you can use those points to take cash off of your future order. Okay, I'm going to add some other things in here too. So there's going to be in the future that you can use points to purchase an LCRC hat or a t-shirt, other kind of swag and promo stuff. But the coolest thing about this new loyalty program is before you had to do it in certain round numbers. So you had to buy you had to do a $5 gift card, a $10 gift card, a $25 gift card, or something off of your order. This will allow you to take your points to the max. It still has points, but it will calculate it out to as much as you can. You can choose how much to spend on it. It's much more user friendly. Same way in store. You don't have to choose one of those. It will tell you your total amount that you can take off of an order, and it'll do that way.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, so then you can look back at your rewards and what you've spent in the past, and it's all there. Hey, while we're on the website, I wanted to tell you something. So let's shop for a second. You guys need some of the new Mach 1 batteries. If you need a battery for the website, if you purchase a battery from the website, but you want to pick it up here in store at the season opener, I just wanted to show you. Add it to your cart, and you go to this checkout button. At the very, very, very top of the next page, this is going to be where you choose to ship or pick up in store. Okay? And when you do that, we're going to pull that order, and you're going to be able to pick it up here. So that's super easy, and then you just put in your checkout details. We're going to pull the order, and it will be behind the counter when you come. People have told me in the past, sometimes the notation box pops up and sometimes it doesn't. Don't worry about that. If you don't leave us a note and you placed it for pickup, we're still going to pull it for you and have it here behind the counter. So there's no worries about that. Yep. If you guys have any questions on the website, please let me know in the comments down. I would be happy to address any of those. Ryan says mine looks exactly to the dollar what I've spent this month. Awesome. Okay, cool. Thank you so much. Kyle says it would be awesome if we could use our points towards camper rental or race fees. Okay, appreciate the feedback on that. I will definitely look at that. That's a good idea. How is the track coming along? Is there a preview video yet? Did Alex Burdens get any dirt under his fingernails yet? Yeah, let's talk about the track while we wait for if any other questions come in on the website.
So, built one jump today in the hour and a half that I got to be in the cat after the store closed before getting ready for... We did take a hot minute to eat dinner and, get the house in order before we came to do this. So
yeah, so it's been raining here constantly.
Yeah, and yesterday Cody came and we were supposed to work on the track and it just kept raining. And then 10 minutes later the sun would be out. And then 15 minutes later it would be raining. Mm-hmm. And last evening at 6 o'clock there was standing water on the track. Mm-hmm. And with the weird, I don't even know how to describe today's weather other than weird.
It was very weird.
And I after being out in it all morning, taking the forms off that concrete and running around, I didn't want to go outside. I came in the shop to work and I had Hey Dudes on and screw that. But then at 5, you said to me about, well, are you going to go out and work on the dirt? I'm like, well, if it's dry enough. Holy crap, dry enough.
Yeah, this wind. It's been ridiculously wind, but it dried it right out.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Needs water to build jumps. The jump dirt's still good in the piles, but the floor it's Sahara Desert.
Yeah, it's really dry.
So anyway, built one jump. Well, actually, that's not fair. I started on the, where we come off the start straight. Mm-hmm. and have that prepped up around an off-camber feature and built the first jump. It was my first jump building of 2025, and it looks like it.
Kevin said he was a little rusty when he came in.
Well, it
takes a minute.
So I've been running cat all winter, doing all kinds of stuff between the farm here and Stones, and that ain't. Building jumps is different. It's different. It's different. But anyway.
It's like riding a bike, though. You'll get right back into it. I have no doubt.
Oh, no. And the big cat roller's here, and that always makes you look good. So it'll be fine.
When I know Cody's coming tomorrow, and you also have Dale coming soon?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, so you guys will be amazed. I will, if I can get that stupid time-lapse camera to work, I will get a time-lapse video going because you will be amazed at how quickly that track can go from looking like nothing to looking like it's done when the 3 of those guys get going.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like tomorrow, I'm going to go out and spend, maybe not the whole day, but I'm going to be out there 2 or 3 hours at a clip 2 or 3 times tomorrow before 5 or 6 o'clock when the boys show up.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll have a couple more jumps built and some dirt moved around. And then Dale and Cody show up, and within 3 or 4 hours, it's like, oh, hey, we have to finish this one jump in this one section over here tomorrow, and the track's done.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's crazy.
I usually take the guys' dinner out sometime between 8 and 9 o'clock before I'm like over it and ready to call it a night. And they're usually just like kicking it into the next gear.
Mm-hmm.
Dale likes to work late.
Well, we're all getting a little older now.
I know, but
it's not quite as late as it used to be. Like, we used to work till a.m., but anymore it's by 10:30, 11 o'clock we're pretty well shot.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm excited to see it. I plan to do some drone footage while they're working, so hopefully the wind is gone and I can show you what they're building, and hopefully a time lapse if I can get that camera working. Toby helped me find a new camera that's an LCRC camera, something that's good enough to do like broadcast stuff, like the race stuff, but also I'd really like to get some footage with it. So
is that going to be a Hump Day camera? Or
it is. I have all of the stuff I need to make that a Hump Day camera in my car. My car is
it's done, by the way.
Well, my car is not here. So anyway,
it was overdue for service and inspection, and that's my department. So
anyway,
yeah.
It's done. Hey, by the way, the blue truck, the running boards are falling off. Literally, you can take them off with your feet. Just like kick underneath it, and it'll just fall off.
Oh yeah.
Yep. That rattle that you hear in it, it's not the wood in the back of the truck. It's the running board falling off. Johnny's like, I think it's this running board here, and he like touched it a little bit, and I went and kicked underneath it, and I just lifted it up off, and it like fell out to the ground. I was like, oh, I just set it back up there. So anyway, we have some things to do. Okay. Anyway, Kyle says the things you guys do best is the drainage. Yes, I totally agree that they are very good at the drainage on the
Cody
RC
hates
track.
me for it. Cody hates me for it because, there's just like this one jump I built tonight. It's like it's coming off the top deck and just a little step off little thing, and the lander is like a tapered lander into a corner. And I told Johnny out there, I'd really like to have that be like this big berm bowl, but I can't because it would be a lake. And he's like, oh yeah, yeah, like you have to plan ahead. Like even like the takeoff is, we'll say, square. I even have the lander pitched a little bit so that when the water runs down the hill and hits the face of the lander, it runs off instead of puddling up in front of the lander. So yeah, I mean, there's many reasons why when we have a monsoon here,
we can race after.
And I tell you, give me 90 minutes and watch us go. And
there's been a lot of prep work to make that statement be true.
Yeah, and all the boys in blue jumping out, and
yeah, we have the best people around here.
Even the volunteers. I mean, there's always a couple. Wow, that guy, just jumped out and helped, and it's pretty cool. And the dirt, and again, long stories, but there's so much going on under the dirt that no one sees or knows about. There's I don't know how efficient it is anymore because it's all pretty old, but there's probably a mile worth of French drain.
Oh yeah.
Underneath that track.
So true.
Yeah. So.
Hey, babe, you want to go back to Hot in the Hobby Shop to talk about we only have we're under 10 minutes now.
Ooh.
Do you want to talk about your charger stuff?
I do have a couple important things. Number one, finally, I got Papa Willie's Red back in stock. I think I ordered 75 bottles. We got 2 of the 3 boxes in so far. Thanks to our federal government, they decided to hold 1 box till maybe tomorrow. But long story short, we have Papa Willie's Red and lots of it. We got tenderizer back in also, and then Bob just told me today we ran out of banana. So anyway, Papa Willie's Red back in stock, and I would like to say soon to be famous, but I'm going to say already famous Thumper Wheel that we sold out of about 2 weeks ago. We now have just shy of 100 of these in stock, I believe. And bearings pressed in them and bagged up and ready to go today, thanks to Bob. So LCRC Thumper Wheel back in stock. We do, last I checked, as of yesterday, we had 1 3-wheeled foam roller in stock. This is my personal one that has the Thumper Wheel already installed, but we had 1 foam buster assembly in stock yesterday. We did get new plates to build more, so if it is out of stock already, don't worry, they will be assembled and back in stock tomorrow. As far as the charger deal goes, listen, I had this whole thing planned and it all failed because we ran out of power supplies, and I can't really pitch something that I don't have for sale. But what I am going to pitch is the header tag I lost.
Wow.
Anyway, doesn't matter. So we're going to skip charge leads for a minute. We're going to talk about, this isn't just about the new iChargers. This is about chargers across the industry. But this is a new iCharger 458. So couple things. They come with this big obnoxious EC8 connector on the back, which whatever. But it also comes with the lead with the opposing EC8 connector, and it's real nice wire. It's plenty long enough so you can take, like for me, I Velcro this to the top of my power supply, and then you can make your EC8 lead come over with the 4mm bullets to plug into the power supply. That's all fine and good. Basically everything you need is within the box and the whole bit, other than the 2 4mm bullets to put onto this pre-made lead that comes with. So anyway, fast forward to my serious, I'm very angry at the industry situation about chargers and charge leads. So back in the day, all the chargers had 4mm bullet holes on the front, right? Had a set of 4mm bullet holes, and then the balance port. Well, now apparently, we're just going to skip that part as to why, but long story short, chargers now seem to come with XT60 or XT90 in the face. So then fast forward to 8 scale. Some guys are running wired batteries with XT90s. Some guys are running 5mm bullet batteries. But everybody's, balancing. So what we've got now, I finally got mad enough that I had all of our own charge leads made because I hate adapters and the whole bit. So, like, if you want to charge a 4-cell battery on this iCharger, right? Here's the LCRC lead. The XT90 plugs right in the face of the charger. It's got an awesome, like, Super Duty balance lead that plugs right into the face of the charger. And then the other end, so this one is for 5mm bullet battery with the balance. You don't even need that goofy little adapter or anything. This thing will plug right into the battery. Or if the battery is has the wired one hanging out, it'll plug into that too. Oh no, I'm lying actually, because the one coming out requires the other connector. So when you get our version of this for an XT90 battery, it actually has the female plastic balance connector on the other end. Moral of the story is that they're all made in the manner that you don't need any adapters or any of the extra little patch cords or anything when you buy these charge leads. So, and then we also have the different variations of the battery connector we have in different charger connectors. So, like if you have, say, the X6, which only has an XT60 connector, we have this exact same charge lead with an XT60 connector in the front. Or, like, for me, I still have the 406 or 408. I don't remember the numbers, but I have the older ones that my chargers still have 4mm bullet holes. So I have these same charge leads made. Instead of having the XT90, they have a 4mm bullets on the end. And so on and so on and so forth. There's 2 S1s and 4 S1s, and I think we have like 8 or 10 LCRC charge lead part numbers now. But long story short, I'm making them with the intention of like the whole racer mentality, not the basher market. We're building them for guys with iChargers and so on and so forth. So
yeah.
Anyway,
thank you, Taylor. Thank you very much. Somebody's hand kept getting in my way. It was the best I could do. Matt Adams says, and they're awesome. I just used my 2 S1s and my new DX6 yesterday. Awesome.
Cool.
Samoji says, I love my leads that you made for my iCharger. Yeah.
Well, so back to what Samoji said. That was part of what drove me to having these made, because I was getting tired of having to make everyone the right stuff. Because, I mean, I know what people want. Like, you know, you wanted to just plug right in and do the right thing. And the industry was not really offering exactly what we all needed. So,
yeah.
Now we made it.
Most of those charge leads are going to go for around $29. I just popped a couple of the links into the comments. So if you're looking for them, go ahead and check some of those out. And there's more options on there. I'm not going to be able to share everything.
If I can... I don't know how to say it in these times of being politically correct, but they are assembled here in the U.S. by someone here in America. So obviously, I'm sure the connectors and stuff probably come from overseas, but they are American assembled, and basically that's why the price is a little higher than some, because I'm dealing with a guy that's making them here stateside. So,
yeah,
I like it.
I like it too.
Yeah.
Cool. Hey, the only thing that we didn't have a chance to touch, it's already 9:03, is yard sale.
Totally forgot.
Do you have that stuff?
I do.
Ready? Do you want to do that as our
if you want to
final thing?
They might get upset if we don't.
Well, I had someone ask, so that's why I was thinking that it might be a good idea. So, lot number 1.
Lot number 1
is $20. There's a link to it.
It is this.
Wow.
Heads up, honey. It is this box of recycled J-Concepts yellow truggy wheels. There's a few of them that are scratched up a little, and there's a few of them that are pretty shiny. So they're ones that were obviously acetone cleaned. I mean, they're nice clean wheels. There's none of them are cracked. They're
$20, and that is available for shipping or pickup.
And I think there's 19 wheels.
Okay, cool.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep, 19 4.0 truggy wheels.
Perfect. Okay, so that is lot number 1. Lot number 2 is $35.
Lot 2 is a $55 buggy short course tire tube bag. So tire tubes in this are mint. Like, it's not new, but it's as close to new as used can get, right? The tubes aren't all filthy. Pretty nice. Lids aren't broke. It's all clean. And that's going for $35. Bonus, if you buy it, I have 3 extra tubes that are not quite as nice as the ones in the bag, but 3 extra tubes come along with, so you're getting 9 tubes and the bag for $35.
Okay, great deal. Thank you so much for sharing that, Kevin. That's lot number 2, $35. Can't really beat that. Your lot 3 is $80.
Sorry.
Alan, we didn't really talk about the point series, but I think we've previously gone over everything. If you have a question about that, shoot it in the comments before we jump off of here. So Jody and Rob were asking, do they use those for oval? It's not. Those are 8 scale size, so they could be used.
Short course. Like for Mud Boss, yeah.
Yep, Mud Boss, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, they're short course or 8 scale buggy.
Or they would also work for the late model tires too, because those are short course wheels.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So $80 for this next item.
It is an Energy 8-scale off-road setup station. I want to say it's brand new, but I think it's been out of the pack. I know. Yeah.
Lot number 1 is sold. Thank you so much, Jason.
Everything, all of the hubs are here.
They can't see what you see.
Sorry. On the second shelf, all the hubs are there, all of the pointers. I know there's some empty bays, but that's for optional stuff. The wheel nuts are there. There is seemingly 1 screw missing, which I will replace. Nope,
it's right there.
It's not even missing. It's right there.
Yeah.
So there is everything. It's a $99 set. Obviously it's still in the original packaging, and I think it's been used, but it's like brand new. I'm also throwing in an RPM tow gauge, and it's $80 or $85.
It's $80.
$80.
$80, and it could be shipped, or you can pick it up here at the season opener.
Yep.
Good to do.
That's it.
Cool.
I have to talk. So again, back to products. Thumper wheels. Charge leads, I think, are going to be a big thing at the race. I'm excited about that because, we've always, when I say we, I've had to make custom charge leads for people because we just didn't have the right stuff. And now I really feel confident that we have the right stuff in stock and should be able to take care of it.
Sorry, Barney. He said he couldn't hear him. It's because Kevin sometimes forgets to actually talk into the mic, but we should have that fixed by now. So sorry about that. If you have any questions on anything he said, just let us know in the comments and we will clear that up. Ryan wants to know, does the lot 2 with those tire tubes
holds 8-scale buggy?
It will also hold 8-scale buggy, yes. Any changes to the point series this year? No, not really. It's still going to be 6 of the 7 races. The banquet is going to be following the final race at the Halloween race. I can't think of any changes. Do you think of any changes?
No.
No.
I don't really.
Looks like lot 2's just sold too.
Yeah, I think we're pretty good.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I think that's about it for us tonight. I appreciate everyone joining us for Hump Day Happy Hour. We are so grateful for all of you hanging out with us and being part of the LCRC family, and allowing us to do this for a living. So you guys have a great night, and we will see you so soon for the Flashpoint season opener here at LCRC Raceway. Thanks, guys. Good night.